Well, that Pistons team sucks. Detroit Pistons are the worst basketball team of the franchise immediately, but and yeah, what is up, you guys? What is up, Clipper Nation? RWA, you boy Jordan Trask, back for another video here. So my Clippers already won last night, but need another back-to-back wins against Sacramento, for tonight. I want to explain to this Pistons team how so badly they are. They're getting prior to the season, they're getting a number one draft pick in 2024 season because you know what, this Clippers team hasn't been very good since they made it to the playoffs the last time in 2019. But let's take you guys back to 2004, how you won your last finals when y'all beat LA in 5 games against Shaq and Kobe. So you had Rip Hamilton, Ben Wallace, and who else? Rasheed Wallace, aka Sheed, Big Ben, aka Ben Wallace, Fear the Fro, Rip City, Rip Hamilton, Mr. Big Shot, aka Chauncey Billups, Tayshaun Prince, the Big Prince of Detroit. Yeah. Larry Brown was your coach. And yeah, y'all had to go against Phil Jackson, who was the coach of the Bulls and the Lakers. Yeah. And y'all been losing to the Chicago Bulls against Michael Jordan era when they had Phil Jackson as the head coach. And you know what? Y'all had Bill Laimbeer. Yeah, he was a dirty player. Y'all had Isaiah Thomas, who was good. Dennis Rodman, you had him before you sent him to Chicago. And yeah, what I say about this Pistons team, how good they are, but now they're bad. Like, yeah, they are totally bad now, since they want the number one draft pick. But Pistons are not a good basketball team. They are so bad, and they're trash. They're garbage. This Pistons fans who were angry about that, yeah, they always suck at immediately because they're getting a number one draft pick. But yeah, they lost the Pacers last night. But yeah, fuck it. I'll just look up the Pistons schedule on my second phone of what's up with that Pistons team who sucks at basketball franchise. Like, you know what? Because I'm a Clippers fan, Pistons could be my absolute most likable teams to the Chicago Bulls, Boston Celtics, LA Lakers, Denver Nuggets, OKC Thunder, San Antonio Spurs, and who else? Washington Wizards, and then yeah, there are more basketball teams I get with Milwaukee Bucks and New York Knicks. I don't know if I like the Knicks anymore, but the Knicks, I'm sure they're getting better at it because, you know, not in my direction because it's not in my direction with this Clippers team. But yeah, the Clippers already won last night, but they need back-to-back wins against Sacramento. And yeah, you see how Orlando Magic's getting better. They're in second place of the Eastern Conference in front of Milwaukee and behind Boston. But yeah, the Pacers, they're getting better too because I hate the Pacers more because yeah, they're in fifth place with the Sixers at fourth. And I'm gonna find out like not in my own direction because you know what? Immediately at the end of the day, this is only the Pistons' 20th loss. But now, from now on, they have the worst record in the National Basketball Association. Well, you know, if it's like the other Detroit sports, like Detroit Lions, who are getting a better football team than anybody else, because I'm a Chargers fan. And yeah, I know. Lions are getting a better team, that they are getting better at it in football in the NFL. But yeah, like baseball, Detroit Tigers not getting better. Like Miguel Cabrera retired. And yeah, that's what happens right now. And you know what? There is more explanation upcoming. Yeah, like hockey, Detroit Red Wings are almost getting better. Patrick Kane is there. And yeah, immediately, I'd say what it is in my direction because, you know, it's so not enough because Kate Cunningham has not been good, but he has been good. But the Pistons are the worst. And I love to tell you that. Um, you know, they're 2-21 because Pistons has 2 wins and 21 losses. And, you know, this is their 20th loss of the year. And you know what? Let me look at the Western Conference standings with the San Antonio Spurs, how many losses they had. Well, they had 17 straight losses because they're 3-19. Because you know what, so badly for this team for both San Antonio and Detroit. But yeah, both teams have met each other in the 2005 finals when I was born because I was alive. Yeah, Clippers totally getting better. They're in front of Phoenix Suns, and you know what? Warriors are last place, like 2-12, but 10-12 now. It's not 2-12. It's 10-12. But the Oklahoma City Thunder is getting better. Yep, I'm totally glad the Thunder are getting better. Sacramento is trying to get better at it, but they are. But it's still Dallas who's doing their best with Minnesota. But the Lakers are, yeah, they're getting good. Trailblazers are bad. Memphis is really trash because no more Dylan Brooks. Jay Morant is not good. And you know what? Not in my direction because immediately because you look at the Knicks, they're in sixth place. Cleveland is in the play-in tournament with Miami and Brooklyn and Atlanta. I am totally glad the Bucks are getting good with Damian Lillard era with Giannis Antetokounmpo, but I'm glad he didn't join the Heat because he didn't want to join Miami. Bulls are in 12th place, 9-15. This is so sad. But the Clippers, yeah, to my Clippers team, we beat the Pistons until March. Not until March. We beat them until January immediately. But let me look back at my Clippers schedule if my Clippers play the Pistons. All right, I'm back. So Clippers and Pistons in February, not in January, not in March. It's gonna be in February. But yeah, I'm joking. It's not gonna be in March and for real January. It's gonna be in February basketball between the Clippers and Pistons. And you know what? I think this Clippers team's gonna get a season series sweep most of the times against the Pistons in just February month, but except March or January since 2024 is coming. And you know what? The Pistons are gonna get beaten by Boston. Because yeah, I will love to tell you this: the Pistons are no good. Because you know what? Isaiah Stewart was just doing his best. Like immediately, I'm gonna take a look at the Pistons schedule. You know what? They have a coach, Monty Williams, and yeah, they do. And yeah, they have won their division title since last time they had was they had like 5 NBA championships and no, I mean NBL rings don't count, but NBA champions with their rings for the Pistons with their NBA title would count, but NBL does not count. But so does the division titles, they don't count. But the NBA, they do count. Well, let's look at the Pistons schedule. Well, they play the Sixers tomorrow, but they're gonna get their ass whooped by Philly because you know what? All I said is the Pistons right before my Clippers get going this season. The Pistons are going to be the worst. They're going to get the number one draft pick, and they are going to do it. But it's not simple. They already lost to Indiana 131 to 123. And you know what? There is more upcoming news for this because this Pistons, that Pistons team as a Clipper fan, the Pistons are no good. like lost to OKC, you lost to Orlando, you lost to Memphis, you lost to Cleveland, you lost to the Knicks, you lost to your arch rival Lakers, and you lost to your rival Bulls, lost to Golden State, Milwaukee Bucks, Phoenix Suns, New Orleans Pelicans, and yeah, you totally lost to OKC Thunder, Portland Trailblazers. Yeah, this is why the Blazers and Lakers get paybacks on the Pistons from the finals rematch. But yeah, and now you're losing 2 games to the Sixers, and then you're losing to Milwaukee again, Atlanta Hawks, losing to Utah Jazz, Brooklyn Nets, and then you're losing to your division rival, the Boston Celtics. Well, Mile High Six, what's up, man? Well, yeah, Mile High Six, yeah, yeah, good game to you, Mile High Six, but yeah, I know you're making a comment or some if you're joking, but that's okay, Mile High Six. But hey, you can sweep us if you want because I'm not doing a Raider week, Bronco week, and Chiefs week because Herbert's out for the rest of the season. But I'm doing a Bills week this time. But yeah, good game, Mile High Six. But to my Chargers team, we're not going to the Super Bowl. But next few years, we could go back to the Super Bowl if we want without Staley and Telesco until after we get with the new coaches and the new owners and the new general managers because I'm not sure with Dean Spanos. I don't know what's up with Spanos or whatever because I get it. Yeah, if you're a Toronto Raptors fan, you guys were looking terrible too with the Pistons. Yeah, because I'm a Clipper fan. We could beat the Pistons twice in February, but it's not in March. It's not in January. It's going to be in February. Because, yeah, I am picking my basketball team, the Clippers, to beat the Pistons twice. And you know what? I would always say how they want to do is just lose to your division rival Celtics. To the Pistons, you're losing to the rival Celtics since the Celtics beat you phenomenal 15 years ago when the Celtics beat you in the Eastern Conference Finals in 2008, 15 years ago. And yeah, Celtics won their 17th NBA championship when they beat LA in 6 games. You're losing to San Antonio Spurs. Oh yeah, the Spurs beat you too in 2005 finals after you beat LA in 5 games immediately. You're losing to defending champion, the Denver Nuggets. Yeah, you are. You're losing to Golden State again. Losing to Milwaukee twice. Losing to Washington Wizards. Losing to Minnesota. Losing to Houston. You know, dude, Mile High Six agrees with me. The Pistons are just terrible. But so does his basketball team yeah, he's a Raptors fan, but the Raptors suck too immediately. I don't even know what's going on. But not in my direction. But hey, thank you for giving us Kawhi Leonard to all Raptor fans for giving us Kawhi Leonard. And yeah. And what this is, it's only on Detroit teams who can be better. Like their football team, the Detroit Lions are getting better. Like a hockey team, the Detroit Red Wings getting better. But so does the baseball team, the Tigers and Detroit, who are badly. Yeah, they suck. But Michigan Wolverines are in Rose Bowl bound against Alabama. They're just going to win it all this time since after Georgia did a phenomenal season job to win back-to-backs. And after they won 2 college football championships, they'll enjoy Orange Bowl to win it all against Florida State. And I got Michigan winning this one over Alabama because Michigan Wolverines could get this win against Alabama. But you know what? Detroit Lions had more than the Detroit Pistons when it comes to football, basketball immediately. Because you know what? I'm just only a Clippers fan, you know? Pistons are just fucking bad. But yeah, I like the Pistons too as a Clipper fan because Celtics and all the teams with the Chicago Bulls, Boston Celtics, LA Lakers, and then Denver Nuggets, OKC Thunder, New York Knicks, Milwaukee Bucks, and then Washington Wizards, San Antonio Spurs. And yeah, just like that as I'm a Clipper fan. Detroit Pistons, most liked team, but yeah, fuck the Pistons immediately because I just like them too, but fuck Detroit Pistons. You know what? I probably say I feel bad for the fans, but you know what? At the end of the day, this is when you want back-to-back championships in the NBA since late 80s and early 90s. when y'all beat LA in 4 games to sweep LA, and y'all beat Portland in 90. And you beat LA in 5 games too immediately because y'all beat the Lakers. When you took down Magic Johnson, you took down Kobe Shaq era. Because you know what? At the end of the day, what I said about this, the Pistons are just going to be the worst. That goes to any Piston fan who wears paper bags. I don't blame them. But like our Clipper fans, if you wear paper bags too, I don't blame you. So nothing I need to tell you at the end of the day, because it's so stupid. That because yeah, it is totally stupid for all teams who lose and become terrible. Yeah, like baseball, the Cleveland Guardians got a number 1 Major League Baseball draft pick. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Like, it's just like hockey when my Anaheim Ducks failed the number 1 draft pick. And just like the NFL, when my Chargers took a number 1 draft pick to draft Drew Brees and then drafted LT, that? I say so. Yeah, Charlotte until then. OKC. Oh, yeah. Clippers play the Detroit Pistons twice in February. And yeah, the Cavs, the Magic, Sacramento, Lakers. Y'all are losing to the Lakers again because Pistons are still bad right now. Because you know what? Phoenix, Indiana, you got the rest of the teams. Oh, yeah, you got Boston Celtics twice. Potential March month. Because you know what? Y'all play the Celtics in March month with the Pistons. Yeah, y'all play the Celtics in March. And the Celtics are going to sweep you in this season's regular season way. You know what? You're losing to the Bulls. You're losing to Miami. This is bad. But I hate the Heat too, but y'all losing to Miami. And yeah, just like Mile High 6 has agreed with me that the Pistons are just the worst team in basketball franchise of the NBA. And you know what? Just like the New England Patriots, Detroit Pistons are the New England Patriots of the NFL and the NBA. And that is why the 2004 title 10 began with the Patriots and the Pistons. Yeah, because you know what? At the end of the day, it was all like the Tom Brady era, like the Ben Wallace era. Yeah, because so is the New York Jets and Carolina Panthers. It's just like the 2003 season. And I'll like just say that was all about that because, not immediately when this Pistons team is so bad right now. Like, it is not completely unacceptable. The Clippers are just going to beat the Pistons twice in a month of February, too, immediately. And you know what? The Celtics could beat the Pistons more, like the Chicago Bulls and the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Spurs, the Wizards, the Knicks, and so is the rest. Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, Milwaukee Bucks is with it. Not going to say I don't like the Warriors anymore, but I hate them more because they suck. But yeah, I think that for letting me give you Chris Paul. So the Sacramento's getting better immediately because you know what? It's always like that. Oklahoma City can beat them. And you know what? All I said, I love this Clippers team, but so is the most likable teams with the others is the Detroit Pistons. Because yeah, the Bulls can beat them, Celtics could beat them, Lakers can beat them, all the rest can beat the Pistons, but my beloved Clippers can beat the Pistons twice. And the Pacers already beat Detroit yesterday. Because I know what's up with this Pistons team is so horrible. And you know what? What has moved on for this Detroit teams like the Pistons? Worst. But to hockey, Detroit, the Red Wings can make it back to the Stanley Cup playoffs, but it's not going to be the Pistons anymore. I can never trust them. Because, yeah, Lions could win the NFC North division because I picked them to win the North of the NFC. They should. And what I asked about that, because you know what? But this Pistons roster was going to be like the 2004 team of the Pistons who are going to get stacked. Like Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, and Tayshaun Prince, but lost to Tim Duncan and Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. Yeah, Manu Ginobili era with San Antonio and Greg Popovich. Let's look at some rosters for Detroit Pistons, how good or bad they are. Oh, yeah, there's Kate Cunningham, Jalen Duren, Monte Morris, Killian Hayes, Jared Roden, Oscar Thompson, Isaiah Livers, James Weissman. Oh, you know what? There are a lot of more players on this team. Jaden Ivey, Isaiah Stewart. Yeah, he was a big fighter against LeBron James. Marvin Bagley III, Bojan Bogdanovic. Yeah. Brian Randall, Monty Williams. I'm sure if Sadiq is on this team or not. Isn't Sadiq on this team too? I don't know. I want to check. He is not on the roster, but no, it's Sadiq who's not on the roster. He is not on the roster. So it's not that long immediately because you know what? That Pistons team's totally bad. But to the Pistons fans, like I told you, if you go wear your paperbacks, whatever you want, I will blame you. As a Clipper fan, I don't blame you. It doesn't matter, you know? See, that's why Sadiq is not on the roster anymore. I guess where does Sadiq go? Because well, Sadiq Bey is not on this Pistons team anymore, but he's with the Atlanta Hawks now. But yeah. Well, Sadiq Bey's an Atlanta Hawk. He's not on the Pistons anymore, but the Pistons are bad. No Sadiq Bey because he's in Atlanta. And they got him. So that's all. So that's all I gotta say. So immediately. But anyway, you guys, I'm gonna head out. It's your boy Jordan Trask. Peace out as always. Go Clippers, but so is the Pistons. Pistons suck. Hope they get the number 1 draft pick of the NBA. But I'm out. Peace, and as always, go Clippers. Have a good rest of the week, everyone. Peace out.